Okay, good morning, folks, and welcome to Stock Charts Today. Let's begin with the dollar. I mentioned yesterday to members that we had seen, posted in the forum, that we had seen a continuation breakout on this 4-hour chart, and that we then were unable to continue higher. We stalled out. That is signal number one. Once you can't get a follow-through bar after you break out of a bull flag formation, that we may have seen the top in the US dollar. Now, I mentioned last night on Market Wrap as well, using the daily charts, that we may have seen a top in the US dollar. Why? It's because you have hollow-filled candlesticks, not reflected on this chart. Now, going back to the 4-hour chart, we reversed yesterday, breaking down below the breakout point, and we broke back down into this trading range. Does that mean the rally is over? Not quite yet. But before you have a breakdown on the daily chart, you need a breakdown on a 4-hour chart, and we may, in fact, be seeing that. Now, when do you want to get long of positions such as gold, silver, emerging markets? It's when the dollar shows signs of weakness and then breaks. If we break down below 93 on the Dixie, it's all over. We're going a lot lower. I've been of the opinion that this entire move higher has been a short squeeze, a massive overcrowded short squeeze. Now, would I be a bit surprised if we broke out? Not at all, because the path of least resistance remains higher. So what are we watching? Gold, which is off the lows of the session, but still very weak. It's in a consolidation. We are still trading down below 1,300. We do have a breakout on RSI. We're watching gold. We want to buy the gold stocks or add to those positions. Is a better way of putting it, but ideally we see a close on a weekly basis above 1,300. The fact that we're trading down below 1,300 on gold right now is a major concern. Oil pressing higher. We have a new breakout day over day and week over week on oil. It's behaving very strong. Here's your rising upper band of support. The bias is clearly to the upside. Can you imagine if the dollar were weak, how strong oil would be? Oil is this strong in a rising dollar environment. Remember that oil is priced in US dollars. So very strong price action here. Looking at the stock futures, the S&P 500, I wouldn't call this a bull flag. It's a consolidation. And we're in a trading range. Watch for a breakout above 27.28. If we get that breakout and a close above that level on a 4-hour basis, we'll probably challenge the highs of Monday. We are down slightly at the margins this morning. Not much to talk about here. The Russell 2000, of which we are long. We bought the Russell 2000 before it broke out, and it broke out yesterday to new all-time highs. Outstanding price performance. And we're looking to add to this trade. So members, more to come on our TNA position, which is a leveraged ETF, putting you long of the Russell. We're not seeing any pre-market activity on the Russell 2000 index, but the bias is clearly to the upside, especially when you have no overhead supply, meaning no sellers looking to get made whole. That is bullish stuff. We're going to remain long and look to add to our small cap trade. The Dow Jones Industrial Average consolidating. We're looking for a breakout here above this upper band of resistance. We're down slightly at the margins, but with the Russell small caps breaking out, you can't ignore that. To have a sustained rally in any bull market, you need to have your small caps and the banks rally. We have both. Not that the banks are at all-time highs, but they were up yesterday along with the Russell. The key here, folks, is what's going on with the 10-year bond price, because it influences yield, right? The lower the 10-year note goes, which is what you're looking at now, the higher goes yields. And yesterday we closed out at in excess of 52-week highs on the 10-year yield. But this morning we have some consolidation going on here. We have a bottoming tail on this 4-hour bar. We just opened up only a short while ago a new 4-hour bar. We have an inside period, no new high, no new low yet. RSI double bottom setup. I think that we may rally on the Treasury note today, forcing yields down some. That will help the stock market. Let's segue over to member stock chart request. Costco. We have been bullish on Costco for quite some time now. Several of my members are long of it. We have a breakout on a weekly basis. We have a breakout on a daily basis. What's not to like here? Costco moving higher. Higher lows on RSI and Stokes. Ultimate oscillator confirming. We have volume that is about average. Could be better. We like Costco. Align Technologies. We have a breakout on a weekly basis. We have a breakout on a daily basis. What's not to like here? I've been talking about these stocks for a while now. I think that we're moving higher on Align. We have a breakout on RSI. Stokes potentially hooking up higher. Volume could be better. We like Align Technologies. Blue Apron. A typical horrendous IPO of a micro cap by our buddies on Wall Street. But now things are looking brighter. We have a breakout on a weekly basis, a continuation move higher. We have resistance above. I would feel better on a close above 2.91. That would put us firmly above this upper band of resistance and would have us putting in, rather than lower highs and lower lows, now higher lows and higher highs. We're not there yet. Daily chart, a cup with handle formation. We broke out of it. I spoke about this one a few weeks ago. I don't remember. That's how you know you're getting old. I don't remember talking about this stock, but I do remember by my annotations here. And we have a firm continuation move higher. Volume could be better. Another cup with handle formation on RSI. I think the shares are probably moving higher. GoPro. Another stock which I think is moving higher. We were overbought relative to the 2 and 3 standard deviation Bollinger Bands. We pulled back. Bullish key reversal. That was a buy signal. Yesterday, we had a breakout on a daily basis. I think we're moving higher on GoPro. Volume, though, non-existent. Be careful of volume. RSI higher highs, Stokes higher highs, looking good. Baidu. Baidu right now is the Pimp Mac Daddy of momentum stocks. I've been talking about this one for a while. We finally got the breakout above this upper band of resistance. And we have been in fuego for the past 2 weeks. RSI confirming, Stokes confirming, volume looking on par with the moving average. We'd like to see that move up with this type of price action. Daily chart. Yesterday, a huge move up about 4.5%. I know some of you are out there saying, you know, Bob, it's gotten ahead of itself. You seem a little bit too bullish on the shares. Listen, folks, when you have volume and you have a strong breakout on a daily chart, a weekly chart, I don't worry about RSI being above 80 or Stokes being above 80. Those are like gold medals that you get for having very strong price performance. Strong stocks tend to get stronger until they stall. We don't have a stall here yet. This stock is moving higher. May it take a day off? Sure. But I like the shares. I think they're moving higher. Baidu, looking good. Canada Goose Holdings. You know, I was watching the overall market, not watching the small caps, although we owned them as a signal to buy GOS. I've been very bullish on them, and we were right on our bull call. I have a few members that did get involved with it. I did not. I wish I could say I did. And we have a clear and defined breakout on GOS. It's a bit overbought relative to its 3rd standard deviation Bollinger Band in red. Expect a pause, not a collapse. And on any pullback, I think the shares can be bought. I like the setup here. So we will be looking to get involved with the shares, especially with the small caps and micro caps breaking out to new all-time highs. Volume is good. Let's leave off with a chart request for fellow member Anthony, a longtime member, UGAZ. Let's begin with a weekly chart. while we've seen some strength in recent weeks, let's validate, let's acknowledge that the path of least resistance, net, is to the downside. We have lower highs and lower lows. To ignore it would be foolish. Now, that being a known, that being acknowledged, we have RSI, which is hooking up, as are Stokes. We broke out the week of April the 9th out of the upper band of resistance. You may be saying, Bob, why aren't you pounding the table on a weekly basis saying that this is now a long? It's because we've been here before. You could have said that back here in April of 2015. That's 3 years ago. You could have said that back here in October of 2016. Look at where we are now. So when would I want to get involved with it? I think you could scratch the itch right now. Put on a small position. Add more on a new weekly high. But I wouldn't get aggressively long, daily chart, I wouldn't get aggressively long of UGAZ until we rallied and we closed above 64.41. Why is that? It's because that would have us firmly in the camp of putting in higher lows and higher highs. And if we close above 64.41, the next resistance level is at $75 per share. So that's a good risk-reward play. Now, do I think that natural gas is going into a new bull run? You know, we're not there yet. That's way too early to call. I'm talking a swing trade here at best. Now, we do have a breakout on a daily chart. We're pulling back now, which is fine. That's your opportunity. Volume is light to the downside. So I like UGAZ, but if we break back down into this trading range, you need to stop out. That would be a breakout point failure. That's it for this morning, folks. Everybody have a profitable trading day. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to my channel. Click that bell. If you're watching this on StockTwits, Twitter, Seeking Alpha, leave a comment. Follow me there. And if you're watching this on the website, get a couple of free trade tutorials by entering the email address. We hate spam too. If you watch this on YouTube or any other social media platform, there's a link somewhere on that platform to the website. Everybody have a profitable trading day and be well.